All right. Next, taking the Excel Experts Live Challenge, we have Celia Alves, all the way from Toronto. Celia, welcome.
Hey, Oz. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm okay, thank you. Just
Okay.
waiting for spring to come. You know how important that is here in Toronto with all the snow we get during the winter. And yeah, just
Yeah. You're from the Solve and Excel YouTube channel,
yes,
and your website is solveandexcel.ca.
correct.
Right, right. Okay. And you are a consultant, or what do you do during the day?
Yeah, so I work as a consultant, independent consultant, providing solutions in Excel for all kinds of companies.
Hmm.
And I also am a trainer, and I just released my training course a while ago. So I have that as well
Mm.
online going on, and I'm preparing also to deliver some live training, which was not something I only did that once or twice for
Hmm.
Excel, because before I was a teacher for a long time in another life. But yeah, for Excel live trainings probably will start soon.
Okay.
So I'm trying to kind of juggle all these things. They require different kinds of energy. Let's see how it goes.
You are going to take a live challenge. What is your interest in doing this?
I just like the challenge and the puzzle.
Okay.
Um, and I guess that's why I am an independent, I am not an independent contractor itself, but I guess that's why I am an Excel developer. I am not
Hmm.
developing Excel, but developing solutions with Excel. That's despite the training, despite enjoying the training and teaching, I think in the end, solving puzzles, it's what I enjoy the most.
So let's move into the challenge. And I sent it to you, and you should not have seen it yet. And while you do that, I'm going to remind everybody that this is not about challenging somebody and getting them stumped. It's about having someone take us through their thought process, how they think about solving a problem, so that we can see how each other works, right? And the choices that we make. Okay, so there
Okay.
is the challenge, Celia. Start talking us through what you see.
Okay. Should I move this shape to the
No,
side,
that's
maybe?
up to you.
Yeah. That's the first challenge I see here. Okay. Let me just. Okay. There you go. Challenge. How many of each cupcake flavors has been ordered? All equals one of each flavor. Okay. So this is the order number, I'm guessing, or is it the
Yep,
total of orders?
that's the order number.
Okay. And then if it says two here under all, does it mean two of each one of these flavors? No, okay. So what are the flavors? Let me first read this through. Caramel popcorn. Are these initials here representing these flavors?
Yep.
Lime coconut, CB, Cheryl basil, CP, caramel popcorn, VRW is this one, MA, probably this one, okay, HP. So we have 8 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here. Okay, this should be MG. What's the MG? Oh, mango ginger. Okay, so these ones here seem to represent these ones here. And then we have pick 6 all. And then here it says all means one of each flavor. But then we have numbers under all. And pick 6 means 6 randomly chosen flavors. So, okay, so for example, here, order number 1 has an X under pick 6, and then we have 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. And then this one here has an X, and it says here, this one, we have 7 plus 1 of all. So what does that mean?
So you look at order number 4. They want
Yeah.
1 of all. And then the X, they want a pick 6. So that's 6 random flavors. And then 2 habanero peach and 2 caramel popcorns.
Okay. So this order number 1 then means that they ordered 6 of any kind from here, and then plus 6, or
Yep.
these. Okay.
Yep. So they want the 6 random ones, and then 2 mango ginger, 2 marshmallow almond, and 2 vanilla rum walnut.
Okay. So order number 1 would be for 12 cupcakes.
Yep.
And then order number 2 would be for 2 times 8, because these are 8. 2 times 8, and then plus 3, plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. Is that how it goes?
Yep.
Okay. And then you want to know how many of each cupcake flavor has been ordered. Well, I think I'm missing information here, unless I'm not understanding the challenge, which might be the case. Because pick 6 does not tell me which 6 were picked up.
You have to randomly pick the 6.
Oh, I think.
You pick that.
Okay.
And you can put that starting in P14 if that's how you want to go about picking the random ones.
Okay, so let me think about this. Well, let's see. First, I'm going to repeat all here. I'm going to put my calculations here somehow. For the all, it means 1 of each of these ones. Okay. Okay, let me. This aside. So equals that times this, not times that. That is extra the all. Okay. That is, okay, so we need to make this count as 1. Well, let's see if I can come up with something here. Let me just try times true. That does not, okay, yeah, because it's 0. And then if I do like this, I get 2. No, this is, what do I do have? 2 times, trying to remember something that I saw that makes this count as 1. So this should give us 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then I need to order plus that. Okay, so that's what I want will be how do I make, let's make, I need a sequence of trues. Or I just need, let's see, sequence of 8. What's the sequence? Rows 8, columns, so rows 1, columns 8. And I don't need a sequence. I need an array of 8 ones. So I'm going to put that manually just for now, and then I'll think there's probably a better way, but there must be another better way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me pull this up and down. Okay, so now I have, when I have 2 here, it means I have 2 of each. When I have 1 here, it means I have 1 of each. 1, and then here I have 3 of each. So it's going well. Now,
wow.
Go ahead.
No, I said, wow, okay.
And now I want, in fact, I probably would not need the true there then. Let's see. Do I need the true? I don't think. Yeah. Okay. So this gives me the quantity of all. And then I'm going to, usually we would, I would try to put everything into just one formula. But I recently learned in these kind of challenges, sometimes it's best to have things broken down in steps.
Okay.
So I'm going with that now for now. So this gives me how many of each we have when there's all orders. Am I missing something? Yeah, so, okay, let's move these up there and then move these up here, okay?
Okay.
So this is for the all portion. Let's put some color here. Okay, now let's do a similar thing for, I don't need, well, all plus the, okay, so now the peak, let's do the peak one. So now just going to put this here with another color just to have some idea of what's going on. And this will be to calculate the peak ones. See how many we have. So if I have an X here, I want to generate a sequence of a random sequence of zeros and ones, I would say. Yeah. Okay. So
you can, if you want, make every one individually random, or just pick a random list and then everybody gets the same 6 random flavors.
I mean, one flavor only, you mean, right?
Right. Right. So no repeats, but they need a random 6 out of the 8.
Okay, so it's no repeats.
Correct.
Okay, so that helps, I guess. What is that random array thing? Let's see if that helps. Rows 1, columns I need 8, and then minimum 0, maximum 1, integer, true. Did I miss integer? Integer, true. Okay. So now every time we press F9 or we do some kind of we enforce calculation, we get a different array here. For now, I'll leave it, well, I guess we just generate them. So Control C, and now paste as values, and that's our, no, sorry, need to go back because I need just for the x's. So only when we have an x, right? So when we have, let me just test if I can have a random array between 0 and 0. I guess I can. So I can say, give me a random array, 1 row, 8 columns, starting from minimum 0, and then maximum would be this equal x or different than empty. This will give me true or false, right? So if I do enter, I'll probably get, well, it does work, right? Okay. So there you go. So now, wow, if I have an x, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to pick 6. So I'm missing something here. I need to enforce that this, so I'm picking up, okay, I'm generating 8 values between 0 and 1, but I forgot that I'm limited, not limited, I'm enforced to 6. Okay, so how do I solve that? Okay, I'm just being stubborn because you said, oh, I'm always going to choose the same flavor for everyone. But I'm thinking what I wanted it to work with more generic, which is the person just goes and picks up 6 randomly.
Right.
It could be that the next order pick 6, one of the flavors is out, one of the 6 that we were picking up. So it could be something else.
But really, the customer is just saying, pick 6 for me and then send them with the other ones that I ordered. That's all. So order 1, they just want 12 cupcakes. And they're saying, yeah, pick 6 for me, and then I definitely want 2 MG, 2 MA, 2 VRWs.
Yeah, my difficulty here is with generating, and I've done this before, but somehow I can't do it now, or I don't seem to be able to go there. I want to pick 6 mandatory that are not duplicate. Okay, so I'm going to just go with one solution, just like you were suggesting. I'm going to pick 6. Any fixed 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
And
okay. all right.
So I'm going for that simpler challenge, and we'll see that simpler solution. Now I need to calculate. So the pick ones would be something like this is equal to x or different than empty, something like that. Times this one here. Not this one. Times this one different than empty as well. I wonder if this works. So true and true. Okay.
Okay, true and true. Okay.
So if this has an X or something that is not an empty cell, we get a true in the first portion of the function. And then the second portion is testing whether or not each one of these cells here is true. Oh, I need to I need to fix this.
Right.
And I need to, well, that one, we can just put a $sign in here, although I'm not copying the formula to the right. So we are safe there, but we need to make sure. So for example, here, it's still testing the same row there. So it's picking up the same 6 every time there's an X in here.
Yep.
Okay, so for the all, we have the calculation here, plus pick 6, we have them here, and then plus whatever it's in here. So now the total would be, just summing these up, just another color here. So now the total would be equal to, if I can, I'm just wondering if how the dynamic arrays would work. If we go, what happens if we do this plus this plus this? Does Excel like that?
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh,
so let me put things, can fit everything in one screen here. Okay, so this would be 2 plus 1, because we are picking up this, so the MG, right?
Yep.
So 2 plus 1, 3, and then 0, and then 1 for the pick 6, and 0 there, so that's 1. And then HP 0 plus, where's the HP? Plus 1 from here. So it's working, right?
Yep.
And then, for example, the HP, we need 1 for the all order, 1 for the HP order, 2. And then we need plus 2 for this particular request here.
Yep. Habanero peach. That's right.
Yeah. So
doesn't that sound tasty?
Yeah, still a little bit sour.
That
I didn't get that flexible solution that I wanted. But yeah, so now if we go and say, oh, this week I'm picking up this one, I'm picking up, let's say, the first 6, and then not the last ones. So this adjusts accordingly.
Yeah.
But ideally, I would like to have 6 and only 6 numbers picked up randomly every time there's an X here. Now I need to sum the corresponding column that we have here. Choose columns. For this, column number would have to be, for example, a match of this value into let's pull up this thing. Just wanted to grab the upper thing here. Oh, never mind. So let's do match that into here, this array. Am I missing something? I need the exact match. And then I need an extra parenthesis that I forgot. Okay. So this is giving me the entire column for CP.
Okay. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 7. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
But then, and now I need to sum this,
Woo!
right?
Okay.
Not good.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay. All right. All right. Yes.
It was hidden. Too narrow column. Too big. Okay, so that's the problem here. Maybe some things that are not properly locked. So choose columns AD5. Okay. AD5. I need, oh, okay, so no, okay, let's go back here. What did I do here? I did choose columns AD4, and this needs to be locked. It's always AD4. Does that complain? No, okay. And now I need to match this, and this needs to be fixed. Okay. And now, let's see. So for example, Cheryl Basil.
No, that's caramel popcorn.
Oh, CB. Thank you. So that's 30. That's good. This C27. Yeah, so now it's good. So it's
yeah.
Yeah, so now just pick any other 6.
Okay. Yes.
And that will update.
Yes. 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 Beautiful. That is it. Yes. So how'd you feel about this?
Oh, I had fun. I'm going to see if I find that other solution, I don't know if I may have it saved for sure, but I'm not sure where. It was around maybe 5 years ago or so that I worked on that solution, where I had a team of 10 or 15 truck drivers, and I wanted to pick 5 mandatory every day randomly, and at the end of the week everyone needed to have had the same, or at the end of the month, something like that, everyone needed to have had the same opportunity. So the same number of runs.
Okay.
And I think that somehow it could be translated into here. I'll see. If I find it, I'll let you know.
All right. Cool. Cool. I appreciate
I find
that.
a way of generating those random 6 without repetition.
Yeah. And I liked your choose call, and then multiplying the truths together. That I had not thought about that. It was pretty neat.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciated that.
Yeah.
So
that's what yeah, if I'm solving this tomorrow, probably I would do something else. It's all about
yeah, of course.
the
And then of
moment.
course the context would change, and then you might be forced to do something different, but it's always the context. Yeah. So thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting and for having me here. And yeah, I do appreciate the opportunity and the challenge. Always the challenge. Sometimes, and you have talked about these multiple times. Sometimes these challenges they last for days, right?
Oh yeah.
And that was what was difficult here, was to try to come up with something now.
Yeah, yeah. So that
Yeah,
does
sometimes
add.
I just walk away and go for a walk or take a nap.
Yeah, yeah. There was one time I was brushing my teeth and came up with a solution that I had been looking for 2 days, and it just
Yeah,
it hit me.
yeah,
Yeah,
that has happened too. I sometimes I told one client, I'm going to charge you for the time I'm showering because that's when the solutions come.
yes, yes, yes. All right. Well, Celia Alves at Solve and Excel on YouTube and Solve and Excel CA. And people can find you on LinkedIn as well.
Yeah, and they can also find other experts at the MS Excel Toronto meetup group, where
Exactly.
we have people from all over the world presenting. Every month there's someone new presenting, new topic, and there's over 3,000 members now. So
Wow.
people can join and enjoy the free
Yes.
content. And it's usually a very engaged community. People ask questions, make comments, help each other. So it's always very nice to run those sessions.
Right.
And you've
Beautiful.
been there at least
Yep.
twice. So thank you for that.
Yes. It's always a pleasure. Well, all right. Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Oz.